I'm going to say this and then I ain't going to say nothing else. Young ladies, baby, you have got to love your child more than you hate your child's father. You hear me? Let me tell you something, baby. I know it ain't easy out here. I know it ain't right for somebody to break your heart. I know it ain't right for somebody to hurt you. I know it ain't right for somebody to cheat on you and treat you wrong and don't treat you the way you want to be treated in a relationship. I know all of that. Been there, done that. Okay? Not making light of it. But let me tell you this. If you have a father, your child's father, who wants to be in that child's life, who loves that child, who wants to spend time with that child, and who financially helps you with y'all's child, and then you turn around because of y'all upsetting and because of all y'all going through and because you mad and because you hurt and because you bitter and because whatever else you are, and you want to run your tail down to child support enforcement and take child support out on your child's father, knowing that that man spends time with that child, loves that child, want to be with that child, and pays you child support, and you still run your butt down to child support enforcement, you just as wrong as you can be. And I'm going to tell you something, somebody ain't teach you right. And somebody taught him right, but somebody ain't teach you right. Somebody ain't telling you right. And I'm going to tell you in your face, somebody ain't telling you right. Now, I'm not talking about these fathers who are no good. I'm not talking about these fathers who don't spend time with their children. I'm not talking about the father who doesn't pay child support for their children. I'm not talking about the fathers who don't know, care, or act like they even could want to consider whether their child is even alive. I ain't talking about those fathers. I'm talking about that present father who loves their child, wants to be with their child, wants to spend time with their child, fights for their child, takes care of their child financially. Okay? I'm talking about that father. All right? And then you, because you bitter, because you upset, because you ain't getting your way, you want to run down to child support enforcement and take out child support on them. Let me tell you something, baby. Especially if he is paying child support and you run down there to child support office, you might get less. You might get less. I'm going to go ahead and let you know that. And somebody taught that young man right, whether you like it or not. Okay, baby? All right. And let me go ahead and say this to you young men. Let me tell y'all something. I've done a video like this before. Okay? But y'all don't seem to be listening. Let me tell you something, young man. If you know you're doing everything right in your child's life, you ain't perfect no more than his mother's perfect or their mother's perfect, okay? But if you know you're doing everything right in your child's life and somebody taught you right, okay? All right, let me tell you something. Carry your handsome butt down to the courts in your district and take out joint custody, okay? Do that. And also, if you have a full-time job, make sure you have health insurance on your child. Make sure you have life insurance on your child. Make sure you get dental insurance on your child, okay? All right. Get down there and do that, because if y'all not together, y'all not going to be together anymore, and she's bitter and she is not giving you the time that you need and want and desire with your child, then you got to do what you got to do too. All right? And young ladies, I'm just telling y'all right now, I'm just letting you know that you might get less. So you got to understand that I know it's not easy. I get it. I know it's not easy out here in these relationships. And I know a lot of these young men are not doing what they're supposed to do by you. They cheating. They getting trying to taste all the flavors they can taste. I get it. But it ain't up to you, and it ain't right for you to step in and step into the relationship that child have with their father. That's not right. And somebody ain't teach you right. Somebody ain't telling you right, baby, because that's just not the right thing to do. You have got to set your own feelings aside for the feelings of your child, because a father in a child's life is extremely important. And then if you got a father who wants to be in a child's life, you ain't got to force it. You ain't got to do nothing. It's something that they want to do. Do you know how many young women out here want that, desire that, and wish that for their children? And here you out here running down the child support enforcement just because you can, wasting our government's time when you don't have to? You wrong. Ain't no good in you, baby. You wrong. Somebody ain't teach you right. Okay? Somebody didn't teach you right, and somebody taught him right. Because he's doing what he's supposed to do, even though y'all not together. Remove yourself from the situation in the sense that you remove yourself from standing in between your child and their father, because that's not right. Okay? And it's a lot of women out here that do that, and it's a lot of adults out here that didn't have relationships with their father, and it wasn't because the fathers didn't want it. So I'm going to say this for the last time. Listen, young ladies, love your child more than you hate your child's father. Have an amazing day.